In a special 2-hour episode of The Amazing Race last night, teams had to travel all the way from Africa to Poland after missing their connecting flight in Amsterdam. Life partners Joe and Bill, Team Guido, struggled to catch up with the others.
Joe and Bill, you're the last team to arrive. Pleased to tell you, however, this is a
Thank you.
Well, they forged on and eventually caught up with the rest of the pack, but coming in last in that previous leg meant that they were marked for elimination, and their fifth-place finish in Poland was not enough to keep them in the hunt.
Unfortunately, you've been marked for elimination, and all the other teams have checked in. And I'm very sorry to tell you, you have been eliminated from the race.
In our life, I can't think of a
And
time.
here they are, Joe Baldassare and Bill Bartek. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. How are you?
You're back home, and you're reunited with the inspiration for
Guido.
Team Guido. You have
Good morning.
Guido here.
Wake up.
Look at Guido, is adorable, and I'm sure he missed you very, very much.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's talk a little bit about what happened and why you had such a tough time getting to Poland. What happened?
We were last place leaving Zanzibar, and we had really bad airport karma in a place called Kilimanjaro, where our incoming flight was about 15-20 minutes late, and KLM wouldn't honor our connection. So as a result, the airplane was there, the doors were open, the pilot was sitting in the pilot's seat, the staircase was up there, and they simply wouldn't let us on. And as you saw...
And you're
going crazy with my little
Oh my
sleigh
gosh,
bell.
absolutely
and actually,
nuts.
I was going to run out on the tarmac and go talk to the pilot myself. But then this is the place where Colin had been arrested or almost arrested in a previous Amazing Race. I figured I really don't want to get thrown into a Tanzanian jail.
I'm sure you were having visions of that, right?
Yes.
I mean, you really did lose it. And then you had a really bad cab driver in Poland.
Oh, in Poland,
that
yeah.
didn't help, did it?
No, what it was they were, oftentimes the cab drivers were from outside the area. So we get a cab driver that must have lived on the outskirts, had not a clue, didn't speak very good English, and very nice. I mean, he tried to help us, but didn't help us.
Well, you guys did so well, though. You thought you might be eliminated. Of course, you weren't, and you had a chance to climb your way back. And I must say, very impressive performance in the sausage eating contest.
Thank you very much.
He finished first
I finished
of
first.
everyone that was there. It was amazing.
And people had started like 25, 35 minutes before us.
Yeah, he's Polish.
I'm
so
half Polish.
You are.
I grew up on
Okay.
Kiełbasy, so...
a little bit of help.
Oh my gosh, that was like 2 feet of sausage,
Yeah,
right?
it was-
How long did it take you to eat that?
I would say probably about 20 minutes for me and maybe 35 to 45 minutes for everybody else.
Yeah.
And
It
how
was-
did you feel after?
Well,
Ooh.
they didn't show a lot of it, but there was some unpleasant stuff happening.
Yeah.
Like Dustin, let's say Dustin wasn't the only one, chucking.
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, that was probably better not
We're
seen.
tasting it for several days later.
Oh my gosh. Now, you guys were known in season 1 as really, really competitive, ultra competitive. Did you approach it different this time around? It seemed like maybe a little bit
We
different.
tried to tone it down this time. We really didn't want to be the villains of Amazing Race All-Stars.
Well, it was a strategy, too, because the game has changed since season 1. There's the yield, and we didn't want to, make enemies among the other teams and get yielded later on in the race. Well, if we'd stayed in the race, it might have helped us, but we just felt that we had to be a little, kinder, gentler Guido this time.
And you actually did make friends this time around, right?
Oh,
What was your favorite moment, would you say?
My favorite moment was the Dow ride with Terry Meehan.
That was
just
wonderful.
spectacular. It was a full moon and a calm sea, and we had 8 hours on this little boat going from Dar es Salaam to Zanzibar. And it was just terrific. Yeah, it was really a wonderful, special moment with us.
What was it like this time around? Was it fun for you?
It was more like boot camp this time.
Was it really?
Oh my gosh, everything.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the best players in the history of the race. You have the most incredible competition, hot, cold climates, altitudes, the Andes going down to sea level and below sea level at the desert and Chiquimata. I mean, it was incredible. It was every single step of the way. It was tough.
But life-altering? I mean, what do you take away from it?
As life-altering as the first time around. It really was spectacular, and it's a special moment. A special moment 2 times in our lives. When you have a life-altering experience and you get to do it twice, it really is spectacular.
We felt really fortunate to be included.
Absolutely, and thanks for bringing Guido.
Oh, anytime. He loves CBS.
He loves CBS. Good. Well, then we love him. Joe and
sure.
Bill, thanks. All the best to you
Thank you
guys.
very
really,
much.
it's wonderful to have you here.
Hi, Mom.